3 harsh, cold truths that I learned from approaching 10,000 women over the last 3 decades. In case you guys don't know who I am a professional pickup artist, and I've been teaching guys and coaching guys all around the world since the mid-90s. I've been doing cold approach pickup pretty much my entire adult life. I'm one of the top 10 pickup artists in the world, believe it or not. I am, and I'm still out here doing it, still out here making things happen. And tonight, I'm going to give you these 3 harsh, cold truths that I learned after all this time in game, all this time in pickup. And the first harsh, cold truth is that only men are capable of love. So, I hate to break it to you guys, but your girl is not actually capable of loving you, okay? And even when she tells you, like, I love you, Billy, I love you, and you're sitting there like, really? You do? You love me? You have to understand her interpretation of love, okay? Because your interpretation of love is very, very different. Your interpretation of love is very idealistic. Hers is very opportunistic, okay? Because she's female. So when she says, I love you, Billy, I just love you and I will always love you, I'm in love with you. When she's telling you how much she loves you, you just have to understand that what she loves is what you do for her, how you make her feel, the lifestyle she's able to participate in by being with you. Okay, it's not actually you that she loves. Okay, it's what you provide for her. It's what you do for her that makes her love you. And once you stop providing that, once you stop giving her that feeling, once that lifestyle evaporates, guess what? So does her love for you. So does her love for you. Okay? And you see this play out over and over with many guys. They don't know this truth. They don't know that women do not love you the way you think she loves you. Again, she loves what you do for her, the way you make her feel. She doesn't love you per se. Okay, and this is a really, really harsh red pill truth that men need to understand. And the reason why you need to understand this is because it puts things in perspective with the women you date moving forward. Or even if you're dating a woman now, it will put things in perspective where you will understand. Okay? Even past relationships you've had where the girl left you, dumped you, cheated on you. This will now make sense to you. And this is why most guys find the red pill after a harsh breakup, after a trauma, after a traumatic experience with somebody that they invested years of their life with. Hey, might have even gotten married. And then all of a sudden, after years of being with this female, with this woman, she turns around and she just starts cheating on him and leaves him for some guy she just met a week ago from the club. It's like, you don't even know this guy. You just dropped everything we had years together for this random player that you don't even know? This random dude you just met? What? It doesn't make sense. But it does make sense after you go red pill and you realize this harsh truth that I'm telling you is that women cannot love you for you. They can only love you for what you do for them, how they make you feel, the lifestyle you provide for them, the bragging rights you provide for them, right? Because as you know, like, that's a girl's favorite thing to do is brag about the new, cool, hot guy that she just met, that she's seeing. Why? Because that pumps up her own value, pumps up her own social value. That's why a lot of these girls, they love to go to work like, oh, my baby, he does this for a living. He drives this kind of car. He has this business. Or he's a doctor. He's a lawyer. Stockbroker. Or he just moved up to management. Okay? So a lot of it is bragging rights. Okay, a lot of it is bragging rights as well. But she doesn't really love you for your esoteric soul or because you're just you, right? Because take away all those things, the girl will leave. The girl will leave. I guarantee this has happened to you. It's happened to me, right? Lost everything in the stock market. I was with this chick for almost 5 years. What'd she do? She left. She just met this dude. She left. Right? Of course, I came back a year later and she was like, what? What? Huh, he's back? Right? And that's another thing. That's for another coaching video, was when the girl dumps you, she doesn't want to see you succeed. She wants to see you fail. Okay? If the girl loved you, do you think she would want to see you fail after she leaves? No. If she truly loved you, she would want to see you succeed. She'd want to see you win. She'd want to see you become a champion. But if she doesn't get to benefit from that, she doesn't want to see that. She wants to see you fail. That ain't love, son. That's called being an opportunist. That's called missing out on an opportunity. That's why it drives these chicks crazy when you do win after she leaves, when you do succeed, when you replace her with a hotter, younger chick. Kills your ex-girlfriend inside, or your ex-wife. Kills them because they don't get to benefit from that. And at the end of the day, that's not love. I mean, I even did a coaching video on this, that even in the Bible, never once does it command women to love you. It commands you to love your woman, right? Because the Bible knows that men are capable of love. The Bible knew that men are capable of love. But it also knew that women were not. That's why nowhere in the Bible does it say, hey, you women, love your man, love your man. No, nowhere in the Bible does it say that. It only says that for men. It only commands men to love their woman. But as for women, what does it command women to do? Not love their men, but obey your man. Submit to your man. Okay? That's what it says in the Bible. So obey and submit to your man. She's not capable of loving you the way you would want her to love you. So even the Bible knew. And if you don't believe me, this is in Ephesians chapter 5:22. Look it up yourself. Ephesians chapter 5:22. It commands you to love your woman, to love your wife, but it doesn't command her to do the same. It just commands her to submit and obey you. That's it. Okay, that's it. All right, moving on. The second cold truth that I learned from approaching 10,000 women is, and this kind of falls in line with number one, the second cold truth that I learned is that she can never be loyal to you. Okay, she just can't. She just can't. I mean, I've been in field for about 3 decades now. Okay, I've approached over 10,000 women, and I've seen a number of people out there cheat on their partner, and overwhelmingly it's been female. Overwhelmingly, I've seen women do the coldest, harshest, just, I mean, borderline most disgusting shit to a guy who was sitting at home waiting for her, thinking she was faithful. I've seen women act out way more than I've ever seen guys act out and cheat on their partner. Have I seen guys cheat on their partner? Yes, absolutely. The difference is, and I'm not condoning cheating in any way, shape, or form, by the way. The times where I've seen these guys cheat, they've never had any inclination of leaving their woman. Like 99% of the time, the guy doesn't leave his woman. He stays with his woman. Even if the chick is better looking, the guy will tend to stay with his girl. So it'll be more of a physical act. But when the girl cheats on the guy, it's not just physical. It's emotional. Okay, it's emotional. And she could have just met this dude, like I was saying earlier. She will replace you with that dude if she feels like it. I've said this over and over. Women do not live for the future. They live for the moment. Okay, never forget that. Women don't live for the future. They live for the moment. And this is why a lot of these girls who go out here to these venues, to these clubs, on these girls' trips, of course, when they're on the airplane going there, or they're on the car ride going to the venue, they're not thinking they're going to cheat on you. Right? Because that would cause them to feel guilt. They wouldn't think that for a second. But if it happens, it happens. Because why? She lives in the moment. Like these chicks who go out to Vegas, right? That's why they have that saying. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Okay, a lot of these girls will backwards rationalize like, oh, I was in a different zip code. Doesn't count. He's in a different area code. Doesn't count. We're out at 2 a.m. still clubbing. He hung up on me. So, you know what? We're broken up tonight. We're broken up. This doesn't count. Okay, that's why whenever you ask a girl, like, how many guys have you slept with? She won't tell you the actual number. She'll tell you how many boyfriends she slept with. She won't tell you about all these random strangers she slept with from the club, from the venue, or from her girls' trip to Cabo. She won't mention those guys. They don't count. Only the boyfriends count. These chicks can never, ever be loyal to you. If you think that, you know, she's just going to stick with you through thick and thin, through all these hardships, and she's never going to jump ship on you, you are surely, surely mistaken. If that chick gets a chance She will act out on her natural born desires to search for the bigger, better deal, to think the grass is greener on the other side, and she will jump ship on you. Okay, she will jump ship on you. Am I saying all women do this? No, of course not. I would never say all, because some people try to catch me on that. You said all women, all women. No, I'm not saying all. I'm just saying many. Okay, maybe even most, right? But there are a handful of good women out there. Maybe you're one of them. You're about to hate on me. Maybe you're one of them. You wouldn't do that to your man. Okay, that makes you special. That makes you unique, because a lot of women would. Right? So there are some good women out there. I have met them in field. They're good girls. They just wouldn't cheat on their man. I've worked like phenomenal game on these girls. Phenomenal game. Their buying temperature all pumped up. I thought I had them. We were leaving together, and last second they're like, sorry, I can't do it to him. You're, oh my God, I'm so attracted to you. Yes, I'm attracted to you. You're really good at what you do, but I'm not going to do that to him. I'm so sorry. Maybe in another life if I had met you, or maybe in the future. She's like, no, I can't do this to him. And the girl doesn't do it. She just goes home. She goes back to her man. But you know what? That's far and few between. Most girls are like, okay, right? Can you keep your mouth shut? You know, don't be calling at this time. I'm going to be home. Don't text me. If he texts you back, just don't respond. You know, I've had so many of these girls be like, okay, if he texts you from this number, this is his number. Just don't respond. Don't say anything. Act like you don't know me. The sad thing is a lot of guys, especially guys who come on and will like throw shade on a coaching video like this. They're like, oh, stupid pickup artist. Stupid, just never found a good woman. Oh, still alone. Oh, all this other stuff. Not true, by the way. I have a 6-girl dating rotation. And I've dated over 350 young, beautiful women. So if that's your definition of being alone, I will take that any day over your life. But anyway, these guys will say shit like that, right? And these are the type of guys that are backwards rationalizing for the cheating whore that they have at home. They've got a woman at home right now doing this to them. So instead of like confronting their girl or trying to, you know, focus on their relationship, they focus on me, just a content creator on YouTube, a pickup artist, thinking that that's going to solve their problem. You know, it's just going to give them like a false sense of security. Like, oh, I showed him. My girl doesn't do that. It's like, yeah, dude, she does. She does. Okay. She's the least bit cute. She's out at the venues. She's out taking girls trips with her girlfriends. And if not, she's out at happy hour. That's the easiest time to pick these girls up, by the way. Like I said, I've been out there in field for the longest time, and I would never have believed this otherwise had I not been out there experiencing it myself. But women are far more disloyal than men are. The men that I've seen in field that have cheated on their partners, even their wives, which I'm totally against. If you get married, man, you're making a commitment. You better stick with that girl. That's why I say just don't get married unless you're sure, right? But these guys who have like cheated, and women have done that too, obviously. But these guys who have cheated on their partner, that I've witnessed them doing it, I could see a sense of guilt in them. Most of them, I'm not going to say all, but most of them, I see like the guilt in their eyes. They're genuinely not feeling good about it. And they have no plans on leaving their partner. Whereas when I've seen most women do it, there's not a whole lot of guilt involved. They're just kind of enjoying the ride. They're just kind of like, oh, this was kind of cool, right? They might feel bad for a second, but they're not feeling the level of guilt that I've seen most men feel. Like most men like feel really guilty about it. But as for the women to do it, it's kind of like they feel like, oh, ooh, if I could get away with this, I could get away with this, this, and this. You know, so they tend to be far more disloyal, and they tend to jump ship on you when you least expect it. I mean, when you're hurting the most, that's when she tends to leave. She tends to find somebody else when you need her the most. And this is why I tell you guys, never make the woman center stage in your life. She should never be the main source of positive emotions, right? She should never be like the ecosystem in your life that you derive positive emotions from to just be able to live your life. Like even with my own dating rotation, I never make these girls center stage anymore. Doesn't mean I care for them less or anything like that. I still care for them, right? I still care for them. I still enjoy them. I still love going to dinners and dates, and vacations with them. I still allow myself to enjoy that, but I'm also more responsible with it. I just maintain the mindset of a lone wolf, because at the end of the day, if you're a man, you are a lone wolf, and you have to understand that. You are on your own. You were born alone, and guess what? You are going to die alone. Okay, and this chick that you're with, you're an LTR that you married, you cannot depend on her to be like your second mommy. That's not her job, right? That's not her job. You're a man. You need to be a man. You need to be on your own path, purpose, grind that is separate from her. Again, most women just can't be loyal, right? I hate to tell you this. They can't. They're incapable of it. And the ones that are really have to suppress their own hypergamy in order to do it. And really, this is what makes them good women. They're able to suppress it because they're trying to be good women for their husbands or their boyfriends or their partners. And usually these type of girls tend to be very traditional. They tend to want to have families. They don't really want to ride the carousel. They don't like clubs, venues. Even if I've met them there, it's usually they're just there for a girlfriend's birthday or something like an event, a work event or some shit like that. They're not really frequent clubbers or partiers or venue hoppers or bar hoppers. Those are the type of girls that really suppress their disloyal side, right? They're just like, no, I don't want to do this to him because I could see myself having a family with him. And that's what I want to do. I want to be a mom. You know, so those are generally those girls. The girls who will cheat are the girls who don't really care about that. The girls who aren't looking to have a family, they want to ride the carousel, they want to ride out their 20s, they don't care. They'll cheat. And unfortunately, that's a lot of women these days. That's a lot of women. And the reason why they're like this is because they've been brainwashed by the mainstream narrative, which is telling them to act out this way, to behave this way. Let it loose, girl. You only live once. YOLO, YOLO. They're bypassing marriage. They're bypassing locking down a high-value male to do what? To party, to go night clubbing, to ride the carousel, and then expect you to be there to save her in her 30s and 40s, right? Be a beta provisioner. You know, while she's partying her ass off in her 20s, you better be out there grinding and getting a good job and making money because you got to be there when she's 30 to save her. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, so that is the second cold, harsh truth that I learned as a professional pickup artist picking up thousands of women is that they are just not loyal. Sorry, what do you want me to tell you? The third and final harsh, cold truth that I learned from approaching 10,000 women over the last 3 decades is that if she doesn't respect you more than she loves you, guess what? Your days are numbered. Okay? Your days are numbered and you're doomed. Let's get beyond the fact that if you're in an LTR with this girl already or if you're already married to her, beyond that, say you just met her. Either you cold approached her or you met her through your social circle. You have to establish this frame from the get-go where she respects you more than she loves you, guys. Because I've seen a lot of guys, right? A lot of guys, even guys like just a few years ago, hating on coaching videos like mine. Now these guys are back just singing my praise. Right? These guys who once threw shade, even sent me their little message how they're throwing shade and throwing a purse attack at me, end up finding some chick, married her, got kicked in the balls, and came back to the 33 Secrets to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you were right. Pickup artist, you were right. She didn't respect me more than she loved me. She loved me more than she respected me. And guess what she did? She kicked me in the balls, she kneed me in the nuts, and she acted out. She found the BBD, the bigger, better deal, and she took off, right? Did all this behind my back. So these guys end up learning the hard way. So right from the very beginning, from you even just meeting this chick, you need to establish that frame. Okay, because it's very hard to establish this later. I mean, if this chick is into you and you don't establish any respect and she's just like into you, she likes you, that shit will evaporate, okay? When a girl usually meets you and she likes you, she has sky-high attraction levels for you, okay? They're sky-high. They're up in like 80, 90%. You can't keep them up there because eventually she'll start to see your little flaws, your little quirks. She'll start to see your real self, and her attraction levels will drop, okay? They will drop a bit. And usually they'll drop around to like 70%, 60%. As long as you can stay around there, you'll be fine. But in order to keep her around, she must respect you because if she loves you more than she respects you, guess what? That is when she is going to act out behind your back. That is when she's going to start exploring her options. And thanks to social media, she doesn't just need to do that out in the real world. Your girl's probably getting hit up in her DMs. She's probably getting hit up on her Facebook Messenger, her LinkedIn account. I mean, guys are like trying to hook up through LinkedIn. That's insane, right? They're trying to hook up through LinkedIn like, oh, hey, we used to work together. You worked at this company, even though I never saw you, but I wanted to say hi to you all this whole time. And then your girl's like, oh, we worked for the same company. There's a little bit of a connection there, a little bit of rapport. And then she's like, my guy's kind of a chump. I'm going to give this guy a chance. Next thing you know, this chick is out with him. Next thing you know, she's leaving you for this guy. So you have to understand, your girl must respect you more than she loves you. Because so long as she does respect you, okay, so long as she does respect you, she is never going to play around on you. She's never going to cheat on you. She's never going to be going like next door and screwing her neighbors. Actually, I had an ex-girlfriend who did that. What a whore, man. She would like go next door and like screw her neighbor out in Pacifica, California. And her neighbor was like this... Yeah, that guy was like repulsive, and she was doing that. These are the things girls will do when they love you more than respect you. You know, back then my girl was like, I love you. I just love you. Know I love you. It's like, guys, you have to understand, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, it doesn't mean anything. But when your girl respects you, that means the world. Okay, it means the world, because it's like, even if her attraction levels for you are dropping, she will try to work on that. She'll be like, let me look at the things about him that I do like. Maybe I should stop breaking his balls. Maybe I should stop being so hard on him. Maybe I should start looking at why I originally fell in love with him. And I've had girls do that too. Girls that respected me more than they loved me, they would be like, you know, I'm not giving him enough credit. You know, he's a really busy guy, and I should be thankful that I'm with such a great guy, high value, treats me right. You know, they would start looking for the reasons of why they are with you, which are usually pretty valid, right? They're usually pretty valid. But when the girl doesn't respect you and she has more love than respect, when she feels she loves you more than she respects you, that means her emotions are in control. And as you guys know, emotions are irrational. They're irrational. So one day she'll be like, I'm in love with this guy. I'm so in love with him. Next day, oh, there was some cute guy who started at my job. The dark hair, blue eyes, tall. Oh, and he looked at me, girl. He stopped by my cubicle, and he just kind of stared at me a little bit longer than he should have. Oh, he's so cute. I think something's going to happen here. I think something's going to happen. And then she'll act out on that, even if you've been with her years. I've seen girls just throw away relationships where they were with a guy 5, 10, 15, 20 years even. Throw it away for some guy she met a week ago. Insane, right? Insane, because her emotions are in control. But when the girl respects you more than she loves you, it's not her emotions that are in control. It's her logic. It's her reasoning. Okay? It's her reasoning that's in control. It's not her lizard brain that's in control. Okay? It's her logical brain that's in control. Right? So those are my top 3 harsh, cold truths that I learned from cold approaching 10,000 plus women over the last 3 decades. And if you have any comments, feel free to drop them below. Let me know what you think. Share your own story, of course. Let me know if you've experienced anything of that I've talked about in tonight's coaching video, and share with our tribe. And until next time, this is Matt Cross from the 33 Secrets, signing out here from my garage. Got the DeLorean, the DMC behind me. So until next time, don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe to my channel. Helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Okay? Tells YouTube that you want to see more of these coaching videos. Okay? Because they don't like it. They don't like to promote this stuff. And they're not. Right? So I need your help. I need you to make sure you're subscribed to my channel. And that way, you'll know every time I upload a brand new coaching video here to the YouTube. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s. Okay, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we are making this happen every single week. No matter what virus is going on in the world, no matter what type of racial division is going on in the world, we are continuing to live our lives, make things happen, crush it, grind, and I want you to do the same. Okay, I want you to do the same. And of course, this is the best way to support my work. So if you want to support my work and everything I'm teaching guys here, that's the best way to do it, by jumping into 7 Months of Mastery. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me. And all you need to do to sign up is just click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. Okay, say goodnight to the DeLorean. Night, DeLorean.